my dreams. In a house, white picket fence, a beautiful family. Wherever you are, when I wake up, I'm gonna find you, love you.
Yeah, they call me
my
Dollar
casket
Baby. She was brown skin, 5'3", long hair with hella ass, toasting on.
It's showtime.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Path of Brotherly Love,
The path.
featuring Shawn Purnell and Randy Purnell. I'm sorry it took us so long to come back, but here we are.
We've been working hard. We've been working hard to get it together. If y'all don't remember one of the shows, we started these joints in jail. So when I got out of jail, I had to do a lot, and Shawn had to do a lot. But we here, 4th of July, to bring y'all the holiday specials. 250th anniversary of America. What you think about that, big brother?
Very interesting. Count back the years and all the things that we've been through.
Yes.
We meaning us as a people, what we have been through in these 250 years. Where would America be?
Where will we be?
Where would America be
250
without us?
years ago. What's 250 years ago? It's 2026. So 26, 1999. So we back in the 1800s. From 18, what? Yeah, celebrating independence. Well, they said that was
I think
17.
it's 1776.
Right, that's when we signed the Declaration of Independence. But I think slaves was over here, what? When did Christopher Columbus? See, Christopher Columbus, I don't think it was America then, though. You know what I mean? So that's probably why they say 250 years.
So, what's been going on? What's up?
Well, let's start with this hot weather, man. We done been having a lot of hot weather. Just to promote a little bit, Justice Couture, we've been moving to John since I've been out of jail. Shout out to everybody that showed love to the new brand, Justice Couture. But the hot weather, we had an earthquake you talked about in Venezuela, like thousands of people missing. I want to say at least 100,000 people dead. That was catastrophic. I mean, since our last show, that war is kind of like over. They always say and they pop in fire and it ceasefire, but the gas prices went up astronomically. The economy has been, a lot of people are living the paycheck to paycheck. Since I've been home, been away for 3 years, and since I've been home, is like when I left, chicken wings was $5. Now they 10. You want 4 chicken wings, they cost a chicken wing platter. Everything's $10, $15. Breakfast meal $10. So I definitely could tell a difference in the economy. Like we said, the hot weather, the war. Shout out to the soccer games. I didn't get to watch any of them. I'm confined to Delaware on GPS tracking device, so I can't go to Philly. But so that's pretty much it. The weather, the war, the economy, and the weather's bad. I mean, it make people not want to work, man. People I work with is lazy. They barely want to work in the hot weather. Shout out to ShopRite. They gave me an opportunity to work. Shout out to ShopRite, man, in Delaware. They gave out free waters. Um, yeah, been in relationship. Finances definitely, I don't want to say affect the relationship, but like our dad Kennard, the great Kennard Purnell said, no romance without finance. Girls just want to have fun. They don't care about the cost of having fun because you the man. You better make sure they having fun. So shout out to all of the independent women out there that's holding their families down and their kids. Much respect to women and trying to see things from their view. And shout out to all of them that are faithful and holding their households down and doing the right thing. First and foremost, shout out to God. I went to church today. It's Sunday, July the 5th, and went to church and just seeking God. It definitely turned the temperature down as far as like relationships and the battles, because God way can't go wrong, and the Holy Spirit convicts people for their rights or their wrongs in a relationship. So instead of trying to figure it out my way, trying to do it God way, and that's that. I mean, from my end, everything that I got going on, with the businesses and everything.
Okay. We had a fight. It's a guy named Jerron Boots Ennis. He from Philly. He just had a fight at 154 pound class. He won. He beat the dude. He stopped him in the seventh round. I figured he'd catch up to him around the fifth or the sixth, somewhere in that area. But he beat him. He dropped him 3 times. He dropped him the first round, dropped him the third round, ended it in the
And
seventh.
this a brother from Philly, you said?
Yeah, and his dad and my old trainer Hassan was real close, real good friends, and I trained with them a lot. We used to train at a gym in the back of a church in East Germantown, and I might have sparred with a couple of his brothers because he got older brothers that boxed too, and they won some kind of championships as professionals. And what I always said when I looked at him is that he took the things that his brother did and he improved them. He was
As
the
he should.
youngest and he improved them. And I watched him and I knew that he was going to beat the guy. And like I was saying, is that the guy, he was young. The guy was 23. He had 2 belts. He was undefeated. So it would take a little bit for him to realize that he wasn't going to win because psychologically, he didn't believe he was going to lose. So he fought. He fought real hard, you know. But when when your mind and your body, they both communicate and they both realize that it's over.
Right.
And that's what happened. His mind realized that he's done. He can't win this fight. His body already told him because he was hurt, he was busted, he was dropped 3 times, and his corner threw in the towel. A lot of people, even some fighters, would hate on him and say that he quit. He didn't quit. The guy came in and he fought hard. He fought real hard, and he's actually. I believe that he's going to bounce back fast. Not only is he young, he's strong and he's sharp. And I relate him to when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather. Canelo wasn't ready yet. But Canelo was good. He was undefeated. He was young. He was strong. He was beating everybody up, but he wasn't ready for Mayweather's level at that point. He wasn't ready for that. And
Right.
he put in a fight and he lost. And he got beat up. He got schooled by Mayweather. But that's the same thing that happened to this kid. He just wasn't ready yet. But he's good. And he's going to bounce back and he's going to be champ again very soon, just like Canelo. After he lost to Mayweather, eventually he bounced back, and now they look at him as some kind of god. You know what I mean? But he was always that good. He just wasn't ready for Mayweather at that point, you know. But I'm shouting out Jerron Ennis because, uh, like I said, I know his dad, I know his brothers, and they're good people. He worked hard, and a lot of them look at him and say that he get hit too much, and if this fighter hit catches him like that, you can't even look at a fight like that. And I'd be surprised when fighters say stuff like that because fighters should know that every fight is different. When they say styles make fights, that's correct. When you get in there, everything changes. It has a mind of its own. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? What this feint that he did with this guy ain't got nothing to do with what's going to happen when he fight another guy. It's going to be different. You know what I mean? Because you in there. You know what I mean? You can't. And the way Duran is, he's slick because he can fight. He can make the fight boring and make you not touch him at all. But he don't like he like that Philly fighter. He want to bang. He get in there. He gonna bang because he said, "I'm gonna hit you harder than you hit me, and I'm gonna knock you out." And he believes that, and that's why he might get caught a couple of times. But a lot of times he get caught, it ain't flush because he either rolls with it, he backs up a little bit, he does little things that good fighters should see that and know that he's not getting hit flush. You know what I mean? He's not
Mhm.
really getting hit flush, and he's good. And I truly believe that he's going to be the next, face of boxing. He's going to beat everybody. He's going to take everybody title, and they're going to still be talking trash, but Philly going to take over again. That's all I got to say about him.
Yeah, shout out to Champion Edition. My brother got a clothing line. We gonna do a Champs Edition, mix it up with the Justice Tour one day, or just have it stuff Champs Edition, representing champions. Because as y'all know, my brother know all this boxing knowledge because he was and is always in the champion. That's why he got the connections with the boxers. He a champ. That's the champ, my big brother. Shout out to that. Yeah, I've been looking at some boxing. It's very exciting. It's starting to get exciting again. I was sending you text messages. I had some boxers come up on my YouTube, and I was like, boom, like they starting to bang again. They starting to get back to the boxing instead of the tactical trying to stay sharp. But there's a lot of good people. Since you brought up sports, man, since the last time we had a video, man, the Eagles then traded AJ Brown. I was depressed. I called you and told you I was sick. I'm like, no, what are we gonna
Yeah,
do without AJ?
like they allege, you got to say allege because we don't know what
We
happened.
don't know.
But as far as him in the playoffs, him deliberately not catching the balls, him not playing right, him like selling out because he upset or whatever, like shades of To. It's when I'm like, wow,
Right.
but
Nah, but
all that
T.O.
aside.
wouldn't have dropped the ball because he was mad. T.O. want to catch the ball for his stats. So, I don't know if they was rigging. I think the Eagles was rigging games and he didn't like it. Because when they keep him out the game on purpose or not throwing him the ball on purpose, and then when they finally started throwing the ball, I don't, I think he railroaded the playoff. But I mean, the last I checked, with the wide receiver we drafted and his defense, and I can't wait to see. I mean, we got some good wide receivers. We got Hollywood from Kansas City. He an all
Well,
heat.
we
That
still
boy
got
Mike,
Smitty. I mean, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. Don't sleep on him.
the
You
Slim
know,
Reaper.
yeah, don't sleep on him. He good. You
I
know.
can't wait to see what we do this year. And if we get that boy Crosby on defense from the Raiders, I'm waiting for
Oh,
them.
yeah, he's a
They
monster.
keep flirting with it. They keep saying he want to come. I ain't checked it in a while, but I'd be real excited if we get him.
Hmm. That
Yeah,
would be great. That
that would
would be.
be big.
Yeah. Okay.
So what else? So what else?
So
Talked about the heat. Everybody stay hydrated out there. We got more heat
yeah,
wave coming July 6th on.
yeah,
And
it was.
listen, we still, that's another reason why, because I wanted us to have a studio where we together and, the way our lives took different directions for our careers and my personal situation. We wasn't able to get that set up, but we going to keep bringing it and keep building it until we go. We got a lot of ideas and stuff. And we've been trying to work with artists to get our Path of Brotherly Love logo um made like 3D, three dimensional, a modern look. And we get these bum artists, they say, yeah, they're excited about doing it. Like, how much you want money in the thing, and then they disappear. So if there's any artists out there that can get in contact with us through here or Instagram, do it because we need some art. I'm gonna keep looking. And working. I've started something with the YMCA here in Wilmington to do a peer seminar. I gotta check back with them for a date and approval for that. The guy that I was talking to, the director, he lost his mom. So that threw some stuff off of what's going on. But we still working, we moving, man. And God bless, man. I mean, we used to shoot these videos. I was in my mom's basement when I first came home, and now, now I'm in my own spot. I get to wear the sheets. Yeah, it feels good to have. What's my little air condition taped in the window? We might turn this to the studio for real, because it is a studio. So shout out to God for blessing me to go through that pretty fast.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay. Well, we need to. What time you work tomorrow?
2 to 10. I'm gonna
Oh,
quit my
okay, that's
job
good.
though as soon as
We
I
might.
can. I'm gonna quit as soon as I can. Side note,
We
shout out to
probably.
Shawn.
We probably can get another one tomorrow. Try to flood the social media because we ain't did none in a little bit. We need to get it
Yeah, oh
popping.
yeah, we definitely here because they about to have you. You gonna go on AD show on Friday? Uh,
Yeah.
the only
Well, I
reason
ain't gonna do this Friday. I probably tell them next Friday. I probably tell them next Friday. What's the day?
today is Monday the
Oh,
6th.
well, I might do this Friday because that's. Wait a minute. What time? He said 9:30 in the morning. That's good because I gotta go to work. Yeah, I could do it with him. I could do this Friday.
Yeah, shout out. See, I don't know how much of my brother personal information he went out there, but he be traveling. He be on the road. You want to tell him where you be at? Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I work out in Ohio, so I
shout
drive
out
like
to
about 8 hours.
yeah. We about from
Yeah,
Virginia to Ohio. Want to like? Oh my God,
yeah.
taxes, man. My man. Listen, we'd have been on. Who knows where we would have been if taxes ain't killed my big brother, man. This government talking about 250 years anniversary. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. This is real, right? So I'm in church, right? And the lady started talking about presidents that sacrifice for this country to be. And I kind of was turned off by that as a black man because I was thinking like he had slaves. I ain't giving nobody props. You ain't really sacrificed too much. You had slaves and slavery was going on and it didn't stand. So I was about to walk out. I was like, no, she just trying to be positive and point out some things. It was a white lady. So I'm thinking like, well, if she was a black pastor, would she had been so I calmed my spirit and said she just trying to be point out some positive things. But 250 years since you brought up, it wasn't nice for our people, man. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah,
We still haven't been given proper reparations, and then white people that really don't that want to say, well, you wasn't enslaved. They don't respect how much of a head start they had all the way up to the 60s. So we
yeah,
talking about from 1800 to the 60s where they probably tried to start and they still was railroading our people with the I forgot what they called it with the housing, not
mhm,
allowing black people to buy houses, but the black soldiers from Vietnam or the Civil War to have an equal share in what they fought for.
right.
So 250 years we got the Tuskegee Airmen. Then we have the Tuskegee experiment where they was giving pilots syphilis. And so no, it's to me it's like 4th of July, Independence. It ain't no celebration because our people still, and I'm not gonna say that colored people shouldn't take no responsibility, but they wired our system to keep the black man discouraged, hopeless. Like we,
Yeah,
the responsibility I think for the black man is that if you put in the effort that the Tuskegee Airmen put in and that hard work as our forefathers did, then yeah, you could get ahead in today's society. Nevertheless, the people that's running these big corporations like Elon Musk, his family came from, his grandpa had slaves in the gold mining, the diamond business in Africa. So these jump starts that these big skyscraper corporations that's running everything, they started off of slavery. So since we talking about 4th of July and celebrating independence, I just would like my mission with Justice Couture and everything I'm doing is trying to establish honor, loyalty, love back into brotherly love back into the black communities, saying we need to be a part of this technical advancements, this technology. Elon Musk with SpaceX just went $1 trillion. Now, it's as easy as going on Cash App. Shawn, I just looked on Cash App for the first time, and I went in stocks and I look up SpaceX, and they up to $164 a share. The next time I get some free money after I pay you back the $125 I owe you, shout out to my big brother and my big sister and my mom, because without them, I'd be homeless because I had a surgery on my belly. I'm gonna show everybody. I had a surgery for a hernia that took me out of work 4 to 6 weeks, and I ain't had no money. I had this hustle shirt. Shout out to everybody that supported Justice Couture so I could pay my bills. Shout out to my brother and all of that. So after I pay everybody off or whatever, then I'm gonna put that $164 on Cash App and I'm gonna invest in SpaceX. Real easy as hitting stocks on your Cash App. So you ain't gotta go through Robinhood and all that. But the point I'm trying to say is that I see black people all across the United States, especially here where I'm at right now in Wilmington, close to Philly, is that they're spending tons of money on liquor, tons of money on weed, and God knows what else, pills, crack. And I'm not putting y'all down for that, but I'm saying like get your priorities together because this living the paycheck to paycheck is not gonna be good. And if you try your best, path for brotherly love, the love of God, take a step toward God. I don't care if you fornicating, committing adultery, you a drug addict, ask God for help. Try to live a righteous life to get back and let God do what's inside of you. Because the wealth lies within having a clear and sober mind to see what's going on. All this anxiety, which I believe could be caused by these man-made electromagnetic force fields, which comes from 5G towers, 4G. Your phone, our phone that we're on right now, there's invincible frequencies and electromagnetic force fields that cause anxiety, depression, and God knows what else from all this invincible frequencies and stuff that's going on. So some people might think that's corny, they're not into science and quantum physics and all of that, but this is the lack of knowledge that our colored people don't have. And then we trying to figure out why we crying for nothing or why our emotions are we got all this stuff going on. So I'm just basically saying is God is not a liar. And me and my brother and my mom, we come from a religious family. Me and my mom, we go through Bible verses and scriptures. Our people aren't at the bottom of the, how can I say, in the last days, the person that borrowed money will be the person lending money. The person that's the tail is supposed to become the head. The only way we're going to get to that place is having structure, responsible, trusting the brother next to us, trusting the people, trying to trust these people instead of looking at our people as drug addicts, violent killers, because that's all they put on the news. And it is black on black crime. It is a lot of that going on. And I'm gonna just end by saying, don't allow Instagram, YouTube, uh, you know, the rap songs, the Cardi B's and these famous rappers dictate to tell you that that's how life's supposed to be. That that you're supposed to rob people and kill and sell your body and prostitute yourself. No, let the word of God, the Bible, pick up a Quran, a Torah, a Bible, because on this show I never wanted to like, you know, anybody that's connected to Abrahamic laws or Moses, Ten Commandments, Musa, Ibrahim, or all of that is a good way to start. Don't be, don't separate, man. Just try to love your neighbor for who they are, whether they Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, and then let love guide the way. But try to establish honor back in our communities to bring wealth, prosperity back to our communities. I love y'all. Pat for brotherly love, man. This is what we try and put out there. Unity, love vibes, positive vibes, man, for the people. We love y'all. Reach out to us. Check us out. Check our Instagram pages out. Shawn Purnell, the champ, on Instagram. And just pray for us. And we trying to put love out there and bring people together.
All right. All right. Yeah. On that note, it's a reason. It's a reason why it's like it's hard for us because we come at each other. It's like we don't want to see each other rise up. If we see one black person come up, we got to find a reason and try to bring them down. And we know it's a reason for that. However, we can break it. You know, it's deep. It's psychologically deep. It's woven in our blood, but we can break it. We can break it just by one simple thing, and that's unity, coming together, no matter whether we rich or poor, bond or free, whether we in jail, out of jail, no matter what. If we come together and think like one, we can disrupt this situation slowly but surely. It ain't gonna be a fast thing, but it can start moving in the right direction. We start loving each other more and more and more. We can change some things. I would love to see some change before I'm gone, but I don't know. But maybe before my children can see it or their children can see it, a change because we come a long way from those people that built pyramids. We come a
Mm-hmm.
long way from being great mathematicians. We come a long way that everybody want to be us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why would you look at a Jesus picture and he's a Caucasian, knowing that he wasn't a Caucasian, but they want to be us. They do everything to strip us of us and try to emulate us in every single way. When are we going to be our own selves? Let's wake up and be us. That's what I'm leaving on. Let us wake up and be us,
Mm-hmm.
who we really are, and
Touching it.
make that change. All right, over and out. We see y'all again. Thank you for another episode of the Path of Brotherly Love. Uh, do you still have that cash app that's at the end of the show?
Yeah. Well, I got mine, and I break big bro off. The Cash App is Rand Live 999. Anything that you want to send and donate for us to make our show better is the $ RANLIVE 999. And just when they say what's it for, say brotherly love donation or something like that, so I know that it's for that show. And we're gonna have merchandise. Bear with us. Everybody know we started this in prison. God bless me to come out of jail and have my freedom back. And it's how can I say, getting back into society. It's God has been blessing me tremendously. But there's a lot of challenges. Like, because if we had the funding to build the thing to be together, because right now we can't even be together. Basically right now we're in a position where we're starting, we have the blueprint of what we want to do, but the funding to have us together, like my brother said, he's in Ohio, he's in Virginia and Ohio, and we're trying to have the resources where either we build our studio when we're together, or build a studio apart, but then they have this look. But you know what? I also studied something that said you people out there, y'all like real stuff. Like, look, my air conditioner is taped in the window to keep the air out. Like, and this is it. But God bless me to have a nice big fluffy. I got this big fluffy. I wanted Shawn to be on the other end of the couch with me, but we gonna do it. We're gonna keep our word, and we're gonna keep fighting until this show just blow up. And we'll have all of these recorded and probably put on one DVD or something like that, so y'all can see. And we started with like our visuals was, and Shawn held it down, man. My big brother stayed consistent, and we know it's for God and it's for love, so it's definitely going to take off. So if you want to donate, I'm long winded. I'm sorry. $RANLIVE 999 on Cash App, and just say that it's for the show. Brotherly love donation, and we'll use it toward the show and building a studio and getting us together.
Peace.
We love y'all. Peace out, man. Till next time.
All right.
Bloodline streamed as hard as it seems. Royalty. Royalty was your reality. A normality that blasphemes today. For at any moment, a stray may ricochet and kill your kin. No longer are you the preeminent wonder of the world, for kings have been fooled, schooled, and now ruled.
We all live different lives, we all got different goals. Life is all about choices, gotta pick and roll. Can't go forever tricking hoes off of flipping nose. Follow me, get superstitious like you split the pole. First you was hot on the trail, now it's getting cold.